Hey, good morning guys, Shib here. Today we're going to talk about a topic that most people don't give enough attention to or overcomplicate it. We rarely come across a situation where it's in between, okay? And that is keyword research. It's one of the first things we do as when we're starting our campaign. And so let's get into it. It's an important part of it because it's just like if you get this part wrong, you are not in the right direction for your marketing efforts, right? Even if you were to be successful in whatever you're going for, you're probably not going to get results from it. So let's get into it. I broke down into two segments right here. There's direct keywords and then there's long tail keywords for content marketing. Now, most of the video I'm going to talk about this because this is where the bar sets in. This is not extra, I would say. It is necessary in 2018 if you have a proper campaign, but without this doesn't really make sense per se. Okay. Anyways, I'll explain further. So first of all, for anybody who doesn't have a clear definition, keyword research is basically finding out phrases that homeowners around you are typing in when they're looking for your services. When they're typing in roofing, Bronx, New York. Finding those out is what we call keyword research basically, right? And there's two things we're looking for. One is, what is it that homeowners are typing in when they're looking for your services? One. And then two is, how many times does that phrase get typed in on a month-to-month basis? That way, if you have a good amount of keywords and they have a good amount of search volume, we know how many people are searching per month, we know that we're setting ourselves to the right direction, because if we were to be up there for most of those keywords, we're going to be in front of people in the top positions every single month when they're looking for your services. Alright, so that's a pretty simplified definition for that, and it should be simplified because it is simple. So having that said, let's get into why I have broken these down in two segments. The reason is because we have to look at keywords that we're going for in sort of an angle from now on, right? It's not anymore just like one dimension, like, okay, we're going for this keyword, best roofing contractors in Bronx. Like, it's, if you come up with that are you coming that up in the maps? Are you trying to come up for that in organic? What are you going for, right? So I broke down these two segments between maps and organic. Other than the obvious reasons, such as, maps gets over 65% of the traffic for every local search. The reason why we aim for the direct keywords to rank in the maps is also because it's getting exceedingly harder and harder to rank organically number one for the direct keywords. So for keywords like roofing Bronx, roofing contractors Bronx, roofing service Austin, Texas, direct keywords, right? Words that are a variation of roof with your city is being dominated by other directories such as HomeAdvisor. And moving on, Google is already showing signs that they're going to be favoring this. They like HomeAdvisor being at the top because when somebody types in roofing contractors Bronx, they're shopping around. They're not looking for just like one roofer, they're looking for multiple roofers. And this is a better service to the user, so Google is giving that relevance to them. So right off the bat, there's just, other than the obvious reasons, there's just so many extra reasons for us to go for the maps when it's direct keywords. HomeAdvisor is not allowed to be here. If they were to ever get a map listing in the Bronx and verify that and then try to attach it to this service page right here, people like me and other companies would sue them because it's against Google's rules and terms and services, right? This is made for businesses, local businesses that are serving the community in a mile radius, in a zip code. It's supposed to be local. It's supposed to be relevant to that area. HomeAdvisor is headquartered somewhere in California, far away. They're allowed to be in organic, but not here. So, boom, to take that point hard, this is where we want to aim for the direct keywords. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get into how do we find the direct keywords? How do we know what is it that people are searching for when they're looking for roofing services around their area? And that is a good place to start is the keyword planner. So if you don't know much about the keyword planner, it's just a free tool. Anybody with a free account can come in and put in pretty much anything. Roofing, let's do Brooklyn. Okay, I'll take off the area so it has no area specification. And let's do a search. Brooklyn, New York, that is. And you can see, roofing Brooklyn, this term, is searched average monthly 480 times every single month by people around Brooklyn, right? This is based on the last 12 months of data, so it's pretty stable, and it's a go, right? Basically, it lets us know, like, hey, yes, this is a good keyword. There's over 400 people every single month searching this in, right? And yeah, so this is the tool we use. Now, with that, what you want to do is find out all the variations. Sorry about that, my nose is itching. All the variations that homeowners are typing in for these terms, right? We don't have to complicate it. This is, you already know the keywords. In roofing, there's about maximum 10 variations. Roofing Brooklyn, roofing contractors Brooklyn, roof repair Brooklyn, emergency roofing Brooklyn, roof replacement Brooklyn, Brooklyn roofing. You can start interchange, and that's when it gets like, the list gets longer. But you start with about a list of about 10, and then that goes to around 30 or 40 or 50, depending on if you add the words in there. So roofing in Brooklyn, roofers in Brooklyn, things like that. But the point is, you already know these terms. What you can do is take an Excel sheet and write out all the variations first, write 10, and then put all the like the stop words in there, like roofing in, and add those in and get to about a list of 30 or 40. So I'll show an example I did for Austin right here. Austin TX roofing, roofing in Austin, roofers in Austin, roofing Austin TX, roofing in Austin TX. It's pretty simple. People always think that they have to hire a special company to do keyword research. No, especially for local, it's not some gold mine that's hidden from us that, once you find it, if you go for it, it's easy to rank for, you'll get thousands of people. It's not like that anymore, right? Like, it's pretty generic. Now, it is somewhat like that, a bit more for content marketing and long tail keywords, but we'll get into that later. For these generic ones, that's all you have to do. If you need help with this, you can go to SEMrush, right? For SEMrush, if I do like roofing Brooklyn, let's do it right here. And if I take this guy, SEMrush is a good way, if you think that you're missing out on some of the keywords, what you can do is the city that you're going for, take the top competitor. So I did roofing Brooklyn, got Fabulous Roofing as a top ranker, and then I plug them into SEMrush. This will tell me all the keywords that bring them traffic right now. Roofing contractors Brooklyn NY, Brooklyn roofer, roofing New York, roofers in Brooklyn. And this is another great way to get anything that you missed, all right? What we're trying to do is come to a point where we have at least minimum of 300 to 400 searches, right? If you are spending thousands of dollars with an SEO campaign that's trying to rank for roofing Battleboro, Vermont, in the middle of nowhere, where there's no searches, it's not going to make sense, because even if you get to the top positions, you're not likely to get a tremendous amount of business from it. Now, I'll be careful how I say things here, because there is some other ways to get traffic that I will show you later, but generally, it needs to correlate somewhat, right? You need to be going for enough areas. So this, if you're in a city, basically, let me put it like this, that does not have a lot of search volume, there's different techniques, different strategies to have a marketing campaign that is going to draw a respectable amount of business, right? Which we will get into later on in this series or whatever I'm doing here. All right, so you get the idea, right? This is all you need for keyword research. Right now for Austin, we can see there's over 3,720 people searching for roofers directly with these direct terms for Austin and nearby areas. Great. That does it. Now we're done with this. And for the bonus part that I just wanted to show you again, another point for maps is if you go to the keyword planner, we just saw all the terms I put in for Austin, right? And you can see, I just basically copied all the terms here and put it in there, right? And you can see all of these have terms. Another thing you can do to find out the other types of search volume that this direct keyword can't catch is you put the area Austin and just put roofing contractor. Instead of putting in roofing Austin, roofing contractor Austin, just put roofing contractor, people who are typing that in Austin. Normally we keep this blank, if you're following me. Now you'll be able to get the keywords such as roofing company near me, Let me see if I can find some of those. Okay, it's not really coming up. But basically, long story short, the maps is not one-dimensional, right? One listing, but it can rank for all like hundreds of keywords, right? That's why we have such high impressions in our Google dashboard. The maps can rank for things like roofing contractor near me. This is something that changes every single time we search. Whatever you search it, if you're searching from California, it's going to be different than what I'm searching in because it takes my IP where I'm located. And this is the search volume for this, we don't count in the campaign. This is something extra you have to keep in mind that, yes, once you are ranking for main terms, so for me it'll be roofing New Rochelle, I'm likely to get a bit more of other play in the game, other search volume in the mix, because we can't calculate how many people are searching for roofing contractors near me in New Rochelle. There's no way to calculate that right now. So anyways, just so you guys know, probably getting to the point where I'm overcomplicating it a bit, so I'm gonna stop right there. Basically, long story short, for direct keywords, starting your campaign, we're just gonna get all the main variations that you want to go for. I mean, that are there for that homeowners are searching every single month. Plug them into the Google Keyword Planner and see what kind of search volume comes up. You want to be around at least a minimum of 300 people searching for service every single month. If that's not the case, if you only have like 50 people searching, we're going to have to go a different strategy, which I will show later. All right, having that said, the next part is content marketing, right? This is basically running a blog on your website, right? This is where people get really confused. What kind of keywords are homeowners going for? Long tail keywords such as my roof is leaking from 2 sides, right? You want to cater to those homeowners because they might not have to take a decision right now, but if you can provide value to their concerns while they're looking for their dream renovation, when they are ready to make that decision, they're likely to come with you, right? The way to find these keywords, the best way that I always say, but people don't, cater to it, is go for the terms that you come across in your daily life, right? When you're doing roof repair, when you're doing your roof replacements, when you are going out there in the job, there's homeowners that ask you questions like, what about this? Oh, do I need to be home when I do this? Do I need to? Oh, what's the difference between this and this? If you can take note of those and make those your ideas, and then create content from them, or if you have a team that can create that content and you just give them a few tips of like answering it, that is gold. Because especially for contractors niche and roofing, there's not much attention given from a user experience point of view. Nobody's really creating high quality content like that. You are in the market, so you know directly what homeowners are looking for. By creating those kind of content in your blog, you're going to get not just topic relevancy, which we're trying to please the search engines, Google, but you're also actually going to be creating content that homeowners will possibly read. Most people who are even having a blog on their website, I mean, most people don't even have a blog, but who are having a blog, it's just to please the search engines. Homeowners are not finding that, good, because it's always things like how to choose 7 tips to choose a roofing contractor. It's like always those generic things. But if you can come and make things like difference between roof replacement, difference between Bronx, New York and Brooklyn, New York, or difference between Austin, Texas City or Austin County, things like that, right? Homeowners will really cater to that. So that's the best way to go for that. And again, if you need help with that, one of the best ways is to again go for SEMrush. If you type in, see, edge to edge roofing, for example, I can see all kinds of keywords they're going for, such as benefits of asphalt roofing, types of roofing materials, things like that, right? Again, it's a good way to find out that other competitors that are doing well in this sector, to find out what is working out, how many traffic they're getting, where they're ranking for it, how much search volume that word has. It's a great way. But overall, the best way, without complicating anything, is always to go by user experience. What is your experience that homeowners are currently showing you out in the market that they are, concerned about, and then creating content for those, and you'll be just fine. In fact, you'll be better than 99% of other roofers. So those are the 2 ways. Hopefully that made sense. This is the way we do keyword research. And yeah, if you need help with this, shoot me an email. I will get a report from SEMrush, which will have your keywords for your city, as well as some of the long tail keywords that a top competitor is using in your city as well. Thank you for watching. Talk to you next time.